All right. In this video, we're going to deal with the converse of theorem number 5. The converse, which is the opposite. Now, remember, under theorem number 5, we said that the opposite angles add up to 180 degrees. They are supplementary. So now, what they will be asking us to prove is to say we must prove that A, B, C, D is a cyclic, right? However, the trick here is there is a new diagram here. Now, the angle D, we are going to assume that the circumference of the circle does not cut through, or angle D is not at the circumference of the circle. So as you can see, this diagram from the previous video and this diagram, they are the same. The only difference is that our point D here on the first diagram was inside the circle and it was at a circumference. And this time around, it is not on the circumference. But observe one thing which is happening here on line AD. On line AD, we have got this point here which is at the circumference. Now, this point which is at the circumference, we are going to join it with point what? With point C here. So let me do that. All right, now that I've joined it, I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it point what? Point E. And then I've got two sides. So this one I call it angle E1, and that one I'm going to call it angle E2. Now, remember, what did we say? From the previous video, we said that angle D here plus angle B, they add up to 180 degrees. So, what am I going to do here in this particular case? Remember, if I come here, now I've got a new cyclic quad, A, B, C, E. So all the 4 points are touching the what? All the 4 points are touching the circumference. In other words, I have got angle E2 here plus angle B, they add up to 180 degrees. So now I write that angle E2 plus angle B add up to 180 degrees. My reason is still opposite what? Opposite angles of a cyclic quad. Okay, so now I've proven that. But from our previous video, let's just refer back to the diagram. We said that angle B plus angle D are equal to 180 degrees. And we said that angle D was equals to 60. We said angle B was equals to 120. Which means that here we're still having 120 degrees here. And if angle B is still 120 degrees, it tells us that angle E2 is equals to what? It is equals to 60 degrees. Because if I say 180 minus 120, it gives me 60 degrees. So wait a minute. It means that this angle E2, it is also equal to angle what? It is also equal to angle D, which is equals to what? To 60 degrees. Why? Because remember, it's still written here that this angle is equal to plus this angle, it is equals to 180 degrees. You see it? Okay. I do hope that this makes some sense, because now these are some of the things the converse people, they focus on the theorem and then they don't talk about the converse. But you can use the converse to prove that something is a cyclic quadrilateral, right? So that is what I wanted to highlight to you, the converse of theorem number 5.